Dieser Plastikstuhl heißt Monoblock und ist das meistverkaufte Möbelstück der Welt. Und an diesem Punkt wird es spannend. Da müssen nur noch ein paar schöne Bilder her und schon geht sie los. Die unglaubliche Geschichte.
Und danke. Sehr gut. Wasser brauchen wir nicht mehr, Gustav. Kannst komplett abbauen.
Von diesem Stück Plastik soll es 1 Milliarde Exemplare geben. Wie konnte es so weit kommen?
The challenge for us and the community is to get a greater number of New Yorkers to care about the harbor.
People have no concept of the island city that they're living on. You have to take bridges and tunnels to get everywhere because we're surrounded by water. And that water has been part of our city's history for 400 years. Water is life, and water is something that, not only provides jobs when you have clean, working waterfronts, but it's something that can just restore the spirit. And unfortunately, on too many of our waterways in the city, we've spent decades with polluted, oil-laden, toxic waterways that have not had that restorative benefit for their community.
On our way to Standing Rock Reservation to join the stand for the protection of water against the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Standing Rock is a call to everyone pulled in a spiritual way to this fight for water and this understanding of its significance to us and to all life.
We're on a new threshold for the longest river in America that provides for 17 million who drink the water from it. The new threshold is humanity, and we are in the vanguard. We are the Buffalo Nation. We are the ones who ride into the storm.
If we deplete the water system, if we contaminate the water system, if we ignore what's happening to the water, we sign our own death sentence. Whatever they take to purify the waters, to purify the waters, to purify the waters, all you're drinking is chemical upon chemical upon chemical.
We see the convergence of different nations dealing with these issues, and we're uniting, and that's their worst nightmare.
Just hearing about your story really early, I was like, I need to come here just to put my body here to be in solidarity with all of you. I came here from Flint because transnational corporations are consolidating power and resources. And Black, brown, and indigenous communities have always been the front lines and have always had this undue burden for resource extraction.
And people need to wake up and recognize that every single community is becoming a front line against these industries as we're facing these stresses from climate change.
Because of the politically gray area surrounding my adoption, I understand they didn't feel like it was safe to explain to a 3-year-old to be like, oh, you're Native, but we also don't know where from. There's this desire to be recognized as Native, but what is Native anymore? How do we, if you are a Native American person living in an urban environment who's never set foot on any kind of, reservation knows nothing about your culture and heritage. And I'm standing proud in that nativeness, but like, what is that nativeness? I don't know. It's elusive to me what it is. And I would like to know what it is so that I can try to possess it.
Right leg back behind you as far as you can.
It's a crazy thing that I'm like, I've never seen my own blood.
That's your favorite? Where I get faces. Your mom's teaching you that.
You must have been a beautiful
Who's this one from?
My mom.
Actually not.
I can't fathom how somebody would go through this experience of feeling someone move inside of them and not be changed forever.
Después de practicarse un aborto que va contrario a su naturaleza, a su instinto maternal, en contravención a los mismos derechos e intereses de las mujeres que padecen después de provocarse un aborto, depresiones clínicas probadas, los índices de depresión que sufre una mujer en su psiquis es aberrante. Están matando niñas y niños con el derecho a la vida.
Habemos más de 3.000 mujeres habitando en el mismo lugar. Gente que no tiene ni una colchoneta ni una sábana para abrigarse. No hay agua, la comida es fatal. Los baños solamente son 6 para tantas mujeres. Hay niñas acá, hay niñas menores de 25 años que no tienen por qué pasar aquí ni siquiera conocer estos lugares.
6、9佢哋聽日都去拍。
你聽日去佢？
我唔會去，我要遠離香港所有政治嘅嘢，太早玩本地政治，所以已經唔玩啦。50年前已經玩咗，玩到坐監，仲想點？下台！下台！
我哋係當年嘅逃犯。
喺邊度逃落嚟啊？
喺大陸啊！
一齊為中華人民共和國香港特別行政區成立22週年祝酒。
Josette! Josette, viens voir! Non, je tiens pas à les voir.
Mais si, viens, c'est presque mieux que l'original. Le livre va être magnifique, Joseph.
Hay que dar más cuerpo y más potencia.
Sí, señor Bartolí. Pero si ponemos más tinta, corremos el riesgo de perder la precisión de los trazos. Puede chorrearse todo.
Así eran las cosas allí. Negro, blanco, duro, violento.
No puedo creer que estoy en el Chile actual. Parece que estoy delante de una guerra civil. La violencia de la policía me recuerda los tiempos de Pinochet. Los hombres armados parecen actuar por impulsos fuera de control, sin mando, sin marco legal. En realidad es insoportable. Yo nunca pensé volver a ver esto aquí como lo viví hace más de 40 años. La represión es tan violenta que provoca rabia y desesperación. Me inquieta el final de esta lucha. ¿Quiénes serán los perdedores y quiénes los ganadores?
Let's think about what Gary Duncan did. He's attempting to break up a fight. He puts his hand on this white man. He didn't punch this man. He didn't engage in the fight. He's attempting to break up the fight. That's illegal? Under no circumstances are you supposed to see yourself as being equal to this white man. And in fact, we will charge you legally for this failure to understand the nature of your existence.
You know, and I thank God that I had parents that I had. Because me, I probably would have just went on up there and pled guilty and figure out, pay a fine and go on about my business, you know.
He could have gone home that night, but he chose not to. I don't think there's 1 in 100 people that would do that and make that choice. The guy is of steel about his rights and justice and what's fair, and he still is.
Many biologists, particularly who think about consciousness, believe it's an emergent property. The classical one is wetness of water. I can take a liquid like water and it's wet. You know, I can pour it over my clothes and I know what wet is. Now, if I ask, is one molecule of H2O isn't wet, it doesn't have those properties, or 2 molecules of H2O. So, but at some point, if you put enough molecules together, they have this property wetness. They cling to surfaces and they have tension, etc. So people think, well, you have 1 or 2 neurons, you don't get consciousness. 42, you don't. But you know, if you have 1 billion, you get some, and if you have 2 billion, you get more. So it's just an emergent property. I used to think that. But then consciousness is just too radically different from anything else I know. Conscious experience, subjectivity, feelings are too radically different from anything else in the universe. for me to accept that it just emerges. Max Planck, the father of quantum physics, said in the late 20s, I regard consciousness as fundamental. I concur. It's not something first you have physics, and then if you have enough physics, then somehow you get consciousness. Consciousness is a fundamental feature of the universe.